Brand Builder. I'm Bonigala and welcome to another episode of the Brand Builder Show. In this episode, how do you differentiate your brand to win over competitors and gain market share or mind share? Yesterday, I was at a business networking lunch and met quite a few startups and venture-funded company CEOs and entrepreneurs. As an experiment, I asked some of them one simple question and was amazed at how almost all of them struggled to answer it. This question is so fundamental to any business success that it is hard to believe businesses don't spend the time and effort to have a clear answer for it. So the question is, how is your business different from your closest competitor or even any of your competitors? Now, it's a simple question with profound implications. A typical answer that most of the business owners had was that they were better than their competitions. Now, when I sort of probed them a little bit more, they said that their product or service is better or higher quality and so on. But if you think about it, this is what any business would say, right? I mean, have you heard any business owner or entrepreneur say that their product or service is okay quality or that they're so in the market? No, of course, except perhaps when the business is trying to get some attention with negative marketing maybe. Maybe that's when they would say that, but typically no one would say that about their brand. So understanding this question and how it impacts your target market is the key to ensuring your brand enjoys success in a crowded marketplace. If you look at it from your ideal customer's perspective, you would realize that they're overloaded with visual and marketing messaging from brands trying to open up their wallets. And in most cases, every one of these brands will have the same message and boast about the same kind of USP or, value, which is quite generic. Now, here are some ways to differentiate your brand from your competition. Number one, identify your core values. If you're in a homogeneous market where your product or service is almost a commodity, then stop talking about how you have a better product or service than your competition. Instead, come up with a set of core values that would enable you to talk about your brand in terms of something more than your product or service. Number two, build a brand story. Now, once you have your core values laid out, work on building a brand story that goes beyond your current service or product. Now, build a story that has its roots in authenticity. Explore your own story of how you came about building the company or launching the product or service. Look at what has motivated you in your life. What has challenged you? What can you take from your story that would resonate with the worldview of your ideal customers? What anchor can you use to tell the story effectively? Number three, get a business mentor. Look around and research and identify business leaders in your industry or market segment and reach out to them. Ask for help on how to tell your story. If you have the budget, of course, engage a brand strategist to help you tell the story effectively. Number four, be different or die. Yes, it is obvious these days that we are all selling commodities. In the past, the list of commodities included things like rice, copper, oil, all that. Then came the mass production, which included things like mass-produced goods and items that added to that list. Now, even services and what could be considered as unique products are part of that commodity world, or at least they're quickly becoming a part of that world. If everyone else in your market segment is selling the same product or service that you do, then think of what you can do to offer differently. It is not about being better or cheaper or faster and so on. It's about being different. A superior product is a no-brainer. It is a given. It is expected. By focus on superior customer service, Maybe you tell a different story from your competition. By that, you turn even your complaining customers into brand evangelists. Number 5, find an emotional connection. We all think we do connect emotionally with our target market, but in most cases, we don't. As long as you think about the features of your product or service, you're not really thinking emotionally. As long as you simply tell someone when asked the features of what you do, you're not connecting emotionally. So the next time someone asks you what your brand does, resist the temptation to simply tell them about the product or service, and instead try and tell them how it would emotionally help someone, or at least use an emotional context. You don't use the word emotional, of course, but you use that context. Does your product or service help clients mitigate lawsuits, or do you help them reduce the risk of a disaster? Does your salon make your customers look pretty, or does it make them feel pretty? There's a difference. Does your restaurant offer great food, or do you enable the community to stay connected? You see where I'm going with this? It's just looking at it from a different angle, an emotional angle. I would like to finish off by reiterating how important it is that you identify, understand, and then distill the message of how you're different from your competition. The day you do this, your brand and your business will start elevating to whole new levels. I hope you found this episode useful. If you have any questions about this topic, please hit me up on Twitter. My handle is @Bonigala, or leave comments below this video and I will surely respond. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel so that when my new episode comes out, you will be alerted. Till my next video, take care.